Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. We're trying to work out some things, trying to get our video production a little bit better. But we're just working out on this new microphone. Well, I've been having it for a while, but I have never used it. So please excuse the sound if it's not the greatest. Today, I just wanted to do a quick short video. I think it's going to be really short for real this time. My topic is this right here. I hope my beautiful wife don't get upset like my mother used to get upset when we go in her kitchen. And I took an onion. And as you can see, that have layers. Onions have layers, and so when you begin to peel the onions, when you begin to peel the onions of Christianity, you begin to see that you get layers. The more you begin to dig, the more the layers begin to peel off. The more you begin to study, and I admonish you to do the same. You know how onions are. When you begin to peel and dig and study to show yourself approved, you begin to peel and have layers of onions. And that's what we are dealing with. Matter of fact, while we're here, the purple onions are pretty good. I'm gonna show you what I've been working on. I have not perfected it. I'm working on it. Usually, I guess a study will probably want to study things all the way out. I think I'm in pretty deep. At least bring it out. But I'm gonna show you something that I've been looking at, and this is my what you call the this is what you call peeling the onion. Now look, I'm gonna pull up really quickly a question. Actually, I'll put it on Facebook and said, can Jesus be, or JC be, for all right. The question I put up on Facebook this morning, and I want to just bring this question out. Like I said, I'm not going to be very long. Can Jesus be foreshadowed in other religions, in mythology, even pagan ones, like he was primarily foreshadowed or predicted by probably different scholars or something like that to say in the book of Isaiah? So let me show you what I've been looking at. The book of Odyssey. The book of Odyssey. Many of you probably have never heard or probably don't know too much about the book of Odyssey. And we're going to bring that up real fast because I want you to take this very interesting position. If you look up the book of Odyssey, let me see if we have any images. Homer, the book of Odyssey. This is Greek mythology. And you'll be surprised, the book of Odyssey has, or I should say, really the New Testament has similarities. See, let me tell you this, and I love this where people are like bringing out information where people don't necessarily maybe not know. And if you do know, then I would love to connect with you and maybe you can send me some information. The book of Odyssey is older than the Bible. The book of Odyssey is older. I should even say the Christian Bible, the New Testament. And when you see the book of Odyssey, I think they have maybe 21 to 25 books. They keep adding on to that mythology, to that story, and they keep adding on. Let me give you one example. The book of Odyssey is have similarities in the New Testament. And so you be the judge yourself. When we look at different manuscripts, and when we look at the Gospels, now I quite understand why now that the New Testament does not have, or the Gospels does not have any authors. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John don't have any authors. The authors are unknown. You'll be surprised. Let's pull up the book of. You do the study yourself, and I'm just going to introduce this to you. When we look at the mission of JC, and when you look at the ancient manuscripts, the Testament manuscripts, we look at the New Testament, you'll find out that the New Testament stories, some of them, a lot of them come out of the book of Odyssey. Now, this is Greek mythology. And I love it when people try to say, no, that's not true. Now, if you don't know anything about it, I wouldn't try to debunk what I'm saying and you know nothing about it. Now let's look the blind Bartimaeus. How many times we didn't preach that blind Bartimaeus story? Matter of fact, let's bring up the blind Bartimaeus in the scriptures, in the book of Mark, I believe. The blind Bartimaeus story. This is important to understand because we've been lied to. And I keep telling you over and over again, and people don't want to receive it, but it is what it is. We look at Mark chapter number 10, and you read 46 through 52. I'll just read it real fast. And they came to Jericho, and he went out to Jericho with his disciples, a great number of people. Blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus. Now, if you look at this right here, the son of Timaeus, that's and what's so I would say almost disrespectful to add Greek mythology into the scriptures is horrible, because Timaeus is not even a person. Timaeus is actually Greek mythology, is a Greek figure, a mythical Greek figure. And this is what you're talking about when you're peeling the Christian onion. See, the Greeks and the Gentiles, they never thought that we would ever find this information. That's why we're in the time of revealing truth. I want to deal with Cat Williams and different other entities in the news or in the social media news anyway, that people are being exposed. See, we want to expose for the wrong reason. We want to expose to hurt people. But I'm trying to expose that the New Testament have a lot of flaws in it. The New Testament has information in it that come from Greek mythology, and we're being led astray. Now, that's on you if you want to deny that. It's on you if you want to deny that. So when we look at you look it up for the son of Timaeus. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's look at that. Let's look up the son of Timaeus. Let's find out where the son of Timaeus. You only can find him in the scriptures one time, and that's it right there. Well, the son of Timaeus in the Bible, let's just pick up that one first. The Gospel of Mark tells the story of the beggar named Bartimaeus. literally son of Timaeus. Okay. Let's pull up. See, if most time if you're studying and then you just pick up something, you'll just read it and say, no, that don't mean that. See, it's right there. Let's dig. Son of Timaeus and Odyssey. Let's put this in there because most people would not even look at this. Most people wouldn't even look at this. We see that as Greek Timaeus mean honor or worthy. Oh, that's okay. I mean, I'm honorable. We will call my name Timaeus. But when we look at it, if you would study it out, that Timaeus is actually Greek. It's actually I'm just rolling through here. I'm not going to pick anything, but it's actually Greek mythology. That's what you if you look that up. Now I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna study anything out for you, but I want you to look at that for yourself. Now, when we look at, once again, we're looking at reading Mark chapter number 10, verse number 46. And it came to pass when he went to Jericho and his disciples, a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the side, the highway side, begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And many charged him and that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal, the son of David, have mercy on me. And he stood, commanded to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good cheer, arise. He called his dear, cast away his garment, and came to Jesus. And Jesus said unto him, and so forth. You got to read it for yourself. Now watch this. Now, I'm just going to throw this in here. Blind Bartimaeus in the book of Blind Bartimaeus. I think I lost my right thing. Blind Bartimaeus in the book of Odyssey. Now, when you go into this, you'll find out that Homeric epics and the Gospel of Mark. Now, you can pay the $30 to dig it. But if you go into and begin to look at this and explore and read, see, we don't want to read. The only thing we want to do is get ready for church this morning and go shout and dance and go hoop and holler and go sing for 35, 40, 50 minutes. But nobody wants to pull out the scriptures. And I want to read some of this, but I don't want to be very long. But if you would look at this yourself, you look at the Synoptic Gospels and Homeric poems reveals, I'll pull this right here. There are an extensive network of parallels between the Gospel of Mark and the Homeric poems that reveal the first of the Synoptic Gospels is a prose epic modeled largely after the Odyssey. And the ending of Iliad. Parallels are said to occur mostly in the form of borrowed motives and plot elements. Only a few words from Homer were taken over and no lines repeated. Man, I'm trying to tell you, we have been bamboozled. We have been bamboozled. You got to understand. See, people say, no, that's not true. That's not true. The book of Odyssey is over 2,500 years old. 2,500 years old. I'm going to read that again. And we talk about early Christianity. You got to look at this yourself. You got to look at this yourself. Christianity that has been yet realized. And I'm telling you, in 2024, it's already started already. But the 2024 is going to be a time of revealing. We are in revelation. We are being revealed. We are thinking that revelation is going to be these gloom and dooms events, and it's going to be all this stuff that we've been so scared of. But the Most High is actually revealing truth. You look at this yourself and you check it out and you study this out for yourself. There are parallels. Why would, I don't know why, but I mean, if you would study the Gospels in the New Testament, you will find that the Gospels have tremendous similarities in the book of Odyssey. You look it up yourself. And that's only one witness. That's only one witness. Let me go just a little deeper. MacDonald creates the context for his argument in chapter 1, Mark and Mimesis, where he summarizes the role of the Homeric poems in the educational and cultural life of the ancient world. He points out the students in antiquity learned to write through a process of mimesis, if I'm saying that correctly, or imitation, and that this practice continued into adult life. The New Testament, actually, if you go deeper into this, that's why we don't have any authors for the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because they are direct parallels. And we see this already from the blind Bartimaeus. Look, y'all, I can't believe I'm saying this. Blind Bartimaeus' story was borrowed from the book of Odyssey, Greek mythology. And you look this up yourself. I'm not making this up. This is what I'm talking about, that onion. When you began to peel the onion and you began to see the things, and you begin to dig and you begin to see the things and more things and more things. And you begin, why is this even a story? If this is made up, why this is even a story? It's almost like the argument with Cat Williams and Cedric the Entertainer. One particular part in there when he talked about Cedric the Entertainer. He said, I did that joke in 1998, and Cedric Entertainer, we saw it with our own eyes that he actually performed the joke before Cedric the Entertainer. Now, Cedric Entertainer said, well, I've been doing it 6-7 years before you. Well, where's it at? Show me the proof. Show me the proof that you did it 6-7 years before Cat Williams did it. I don't get into their arguments and their worldly arguments and so forth, but that was a good point. How come the book of Odyssey have the blind Bartimaeus story in Greek mythology before the New Testament was written? That's the question I have. Now, see, if you want to be that type of person and say, well, that don't make no difference to me, then you're going to be in the 2/3 that's going to be destroyed, Israel. And if you're outside of Israel, I guess it really don't matter, because you are part of the 83 to keep Israel hidden. Now, I keep telling people, why does it make any difference? Because I believe in my heart and believe in my studies that JC was created to replace the children of Israel. That's my story, and that's my studies, and I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna end it right there. You go look for yourself. The book of Odyssey. Let me put this up here so you can end it so you can see it. The book of Odyssey and the similarities to the New Testament. You look it up yourself. Why is this even a story? Because we have been lied to, and we don't want to receive that we've been lied to. Was the Odyssey written before the New Testament? The Odyssey is older than the Bible. Scholars and historians of ancient Greece believe that Odyssey was compared sometimes or composed sometimes near the end of the 8th century BC. And the reason why they're asking that question is because the New Testament was written in Greek. The New Testament was borrowed out of the book of Isaiah. The New Testament was borrowed. Words was taken out of the Tanakh. All this new stuff that keep the children of Israel in bondage. The New Testament was written to keep the children of Israel in bondage. That's the story I'm saying, and that's a story that I'm teaching, and that's the story I'm going to stick with. Now, The scripture says line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Now, would I use the book of the New Testament? Some Israelites won't touch it. Some people won't touch the New Testament at all. Some people won't even touch the Tanakh, because when they put their hands on it, they corrupt it. They have made up so much stuff. And some people are Torah only. And so, and I understand and I get it. I get it why people feel the way they feel or think the way they think. Because we have to sort these lies out. I'm going to end to saying this. What I love about Pastor Stephen Darby, what he said was that people are going to start waking up. People are going to start waking up to truth. People are going to start waking up to Israelite. They're going to start waking up to Muslim. They're going to start waking up to Kemetic. They're going to start waking up to a whole bunch of stuff. But in the end, it's all going to come together. And that's what we got to understand. And if you want to be that one that just want to turn your head and look the other way, that's on you. I'll just start calling you 2/3, because 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed. All right, we'll be back with more of this. Shalom.